Hello everyone, the purpose of the short video is to demonstrate the minor adjustments or the fine-tuning of the locking mechanism on POSP type scope or a red dot sight manufactured by the Loma factory in Belarus. Today we're working with the model compatible with AK variants, Verp and Saiga rifles and shotguns equipped with the rail on the left-hand side of the receiver. The only tool we'll need for this adjustment is usually supplied with the kit is a small screwdriver. You can use a regular screwdriver, whatever is easier. So the first thing to do is open the lock by moving the locking lever all the way to the right. Now you can slide your scope over the rail all the way forward and move the lock all the way to the left and locking. Now you can check if the scope sits on your firearm tightly. As you can see, there is definitely some play that will prevent us from being able to zero it in on the firearm. Now the fine-tuning is actually quite simple. We're going to use the tool to pry the retainer plate in the bottom of the locking lever out of its position. We're going to turn the retainer plate about 90 degrees, give or take. As you can see, one side has a wider opening, and if we move to that wider opening, it will allow us to remove the retainer plate easily. So now we're going to remove the locking lever, and as you can see, there's only one part left. There's a small washer that sits on the on a bolt of the locking mechanism. Now the bolt is left-hand threaded, so we'll need to turn it counterclockwise and make it as tight as possible. Now we'll just check that we can still move the scope on the rail. And now we'll begin the reassembly. First thing is, of course, to install the washer. Put it back on top of the bolt. Install the locking lever in the open, fully open position. And now install the retainer plate by moving it forward and then moving it clockwise. Before locking it back into position, I usually check if the scope is now installed tightly. You can move the locking lever all the way to the left to the lock position and now check if the scope is tight, and my god, it's not going anywhere anymore. Now move the locking lever back to the open position. You don't have to use any tools to assemble it. You can just move it with your finger, pry it a little bit up and put it back into the locked position. That's it. I hope this video helps.